about whether or not the tactics in actions and so on, therefore the OSP should be removed?
Oh, I'm not, one of the persons who think that somebody should be removed from office by reason of the fact that he hasn't done what I personally think he should do. There's a standard, all right? And so we should judge the special prosecutor based on certain objective standards. And I don't think that I can stand here and say that the special prosecutor is not doing his job well or not. I mean, the jury is out there. But because Kenneth Oriata and
the jury is out there, it's you people who are feeding the public out there. And they are depending on what you say to judge the OSP.
Kenneth Oriata first accused and Sakori second accused. It appears that without the two of them, this trial will not happen. And I think that is completely misplaced, assumption. And it would appear that the 6 other persons are more or less cannon folders or dispensables.
The 6 others
expendables. I mean, people are just adding them. The real target is Ken and Ernest Okori, and these ones have just been added to. Otherwise, if there is a belief that they have equally committed offenses which are germane to the investigation, then the prosecution can continue.
Okay.
Without necessarily having kind of Horiata.
All right. All right. Any quick comment before I take a break? Yes, Dr. Kennedy, any quick comments?
Yes, I think, though, that the Office of Special Prosecutor could still have arrested Mr. Kenneth Oriata and then asked that his travel be prevented by a court after the arrest. I know that they arrested Professor Frimpong Boateng very quickly before they released him on bail, so they could have done the same
Professor
thing.
Frimpong Boateng had attended to their office. Then they placed him on arrest.
That's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point, that they have arrest powers. You just made my point, that they could have done that and then gone to court to say that they could release him on bail, but his travel documents could be seized. So they had options. I also think that it will seem that despite the explanations, the Office of OSP does not seem to take on board the fact that maybe things could have been done a little differently. I'm sure they are working hard, but it will be helpful to be humble. But of all this, we haven't put on the table the fact that I think the public has risen to be skeptical because the OSP during the early part of his tenure had a more cordial relationship with the Nana Akufo-Addo government. And I think that changed. There was a time when it seemed to be working in tandem with the government, had a very good relation with the Attorney General. And I think that changed. So that has also affected the perception. But I think, though, that this is not a lost cause. Sounds like they are doing some work, and I think that even if Mr. Oriata is convicted and doesn't come to Ghana to serve any term, the opprobrium should serve as a warning to others, and I'm sure that he will feel embarrassment. So the case should go on, but I think that for the office of the OSP to say this is going on at a record pace indicts the whole system. Justice delayed is justice denied. These things should be speeded up so that innocent people should be cleared so they can go on with their lives.
Thank you.
And the guilty should be punished.
Thank you. Theophilus.
Yes,
justice delayed is justice denied. Justice harried is justice buried.
Yes, I agree, but I think that it appears from what Sami has said that a lot is being done. I can't understand why they didn't take the offer to interview the OSP by the Kenneth Oriata by video means. That would have satisfied the Electronic Communication Transactions Act, and that would have been that he's put on notice that there's an investigation ongoing. But I am gladdened that they are issuing a criminal summons and to get the charge sheet served on him.
Did you think that they will not issue it?
No.
Did you think that after filing the charges, they won't issue the summons?
No, my worry is whether it should have been done before filing the charges. Or
could it be done before filing charges?
It could be. If you read the act, it says that if you have reasonable cause, you could even approach the magistrate and do oral presentation. So that one, you don't need charge sheets. So if that is it, so they could have done that and would have gone this way. But perhaps they have looked at the situation that if they had gone that way.
So let's educate the people.
Yeah.
You know, earlier they had gone for something of the sort,
Like
an arrest warrant,
yeah,
which they were using against him.
yeah.
If you say that ahead of filing the charges, where the person is not around, they could have gone for a summons. What sort of summons would that be? The summons is to serve the charges.
Yes, the
If
summons,
they haven't filed charges, how could they go and get a summons?
No, the Act 30 didn't say that file charges before.
No, I'm talking about now. Where they got to was that they needed a summons to serve the charges.
Yes.
So if you don't file the charges, how do you serve it?
No, I
how do you go and
I
say
said this earlier.
Okay.
That summons could be served by leaving the charges at the last.
By leaving the charges.
Yes, the charge sheet at the last place.
But you are saying they could have gone before they go for the charge sheet.
No, so you could have left it at the last known place, or before for somebody above 18 years, or could have posted it on the doorstep. So now that they are going for that, yes, we agree that it is not completely a lost cause. But my worry has only been the 78 counts. However, with the Sedina case, I think that we have a history. So perhaps they will be able to rope him.
Yes, quick comment, Vicky.
Yes, I mean, I also agree that it's not a lost cause. I guess, and I'm happy to hear all the work that they've been doing. Nobody's suggesting that the OSP is not working hard. We're just saying that, you know, maybe certain things could have been done in a different way. I just have two questions in my mind. Now that, because the red notice, at least when that was in place, they knew where he was. Now that it's been redacted, he's free to move anywhere. So I'm not too sure how they're going to serve him. But then they are the investigators, so they'll have to locate him. But the world is a big place, so that's one challenge that may possibly.
Okay.
And then the question of assets, yes, they've traced the assets, but it doesn't mean that, you know, there's no hold on the assets. So tracing them is great, but if you're not holding them, you may go back and update your list and find out that some of them are...
No, once it is traced, you can't conceal.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't conceal. If the process is against you, the process is against you at the time you are concealing it, it won't work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. But yes, hold on. One question to you. Do you know of any precedent of a trial in absentia in Ghanaian law where the person was not put in a court before the trial continued in their absence? Do you know of any? If you mention Sedina, if you mention Benjilo, all of them, they had been charged physically in the offices of the prosecutors and then taken to court, and then they bolted.
I am thinking
the trial went on.
I'm thinking about something I think happened under the PND. I think a former IGP. There was a case like that. Before we close, the name might come.
There's a difference in describing the suspect as being at large, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Quickly.
Something I
raised that because for many lawyers, when they are talking about, trial in absentia should have been the first thing to do once you don't find him, you will come to realize that we are going to face
that's what
a problem.
That's what I said from the beginning.
We're going to face a problem with that.
That's what I said from the beginning. They will struggle to get that.
I've taken note of something very significant that is happening during this trial. And it's the fact that mark shots of the accused persons were taken. And the purpose for taking those mark shots, as enshrined in law, is to be able to identify them and let the whole world know in the event that they abscond. Now, in this instance, the people are standing trial. They have cooperated with the investigators. So I don't know what their mark shots are doing in the public.
Okay, thank you.
So it's a presumption of guilt. And, you know, when you do that, you shame the people, you embarrass them. So what if they go through this trial and then they are cleared, acquitted, and discharged? What happens?
All right,
you
thank you.
So please.
Thank you for raising that point.
Thank
you for raising that point.
Some of these things.
When Trump's mark shots were taken, he himself decided to put it up and display it in the Oval Office. We'll be right back after this break.
What will you do when you win big? With over 2 million Ghana cedis up for grabs, transact more than 100 Ghana cedis with your Momo app, and you could win daily, weekly, and monthly cash prizes, and 100,000 Ghana cedi grand prize. Bank transfers, POS, and third-party transactions also qualify. This promo runs in collaboration with the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso,